my friends. It's Dr. Loren, and I want to personally invite you to take a look at something very special. Bathrobe Moments is back, y'all. That's right. And as we step into this new chapter, I'm seeking bold, purpose-driven voices, real voices who are ready to share something real. Now, it doesn't have to be perfection. No, it doesn't need to be a performance. But it does need to be your truth. If you have a story that can help someone heal, grow, rise, live life just a little bit differently, better, then that is what we are looking for, and this could very well be your moment. So now remember, you don't have to be famous. You just have to be real, ready and willing to share from your heart. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, you can get behind this, then we want you to DM us right here, and someone from the team is going to reach out, and we're going to see if this moment, because the door is open, and who knows, this moment, well, it very well might be yours. Let's see. Well. That's 5. That means it's time. Okay. Oh, there it is. My wings are crooked. Oh, man. So what? They still work. Good morning to you. Dr. Loren in the house. Top of the morning to you. I just panicked. I could not see my coffee cup anywhere in sight. Here she is. Here's my sidekick. Welcome her to the show, Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. Been here 11 and a half years, and you haven't aged a day. How do you do it? How indeed. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back. How was your weekend? How was mine? Mine was amazing. I'm here, and I did a lot of yard work. My little sanctuary outside around our house. We have an outdoor living space now. Remember last year I planted 25 trees there, and they are growing, and the animals love it. We have rabbits that run around. We have squirrels that chase and go up it's just amazing. And I saw 2 birds that I rarely see here in the Chicagoland area in our backyard the other day, because now I get this suet stuff with all the good stuff, because those squirrels, you put those nice little black nuts that they like, that the birds, they don't get any, the birds. The squirrels crawl up the pole to the bird feeder and eat them all. And I go running out there with my broom. So what I did was I found this stuff. It's like bird seed inside of the suet. And apparently squirrels don't like that greasy suet stuff. Did I say squirrels or birds? Squirrels don't like it, but birds love it. And they go, so now I saw a cardinal, right? 3, I saw, power of 3. I saw a hummingbird and a dove. Have you ever seen a dove land in your yard? I haven't. And they're camera shy, because I was ready. I had the phone in my hand. That's unusual. Not if you ask my husband. Do you ever put that thing down? But he's a therapist. And how does that make you feel? That's another thing I hear from him all the time. Anyway, I couldn't get the picture of the dove. I hope she comes back. Somehow I know it was a female, because she was just so gorgeous, And that's another thing. Yeah, that's what I love about the bird world. The females are always so gorgeous, and the guys are like plain and dry and brown, and where the women are like, that's how it is in the real world. And today we have one of those beauties here today. Gotta ring the bell of purpose. And there it is. I'll try not to hit it so hard, because I know it sounds cray-cray to you guys when I do it. So I'll do it lightly. But I ring the bell of purpose, not because it's a show prop. It is a reminder. It really is. It is a reminder that every time you hear me ring that bell, there's some truth on the table. And why is that important? Well, first of all, truth is the only thing in this universe that never changes. And it never changes on you. So remember that. Set all of your gauges, your GPSs, your intentions. Due north. And you stay on that path. There are only 2 lanes in this purposeful journey. And we're talking about purpose today, because our wings of purpose, the book, right? There are only 2 lanes. And you don't want to know what they are? Sacred and scared. They have the same 6 letters, but then 2 in the middle get switched. And when you are going due north, I'm sorry, baby, but you on the scared road. That's all the potholes. Your top's down and it won't go up. The rain starts, your windshield wipers. You ain't got no gas. All the engine lights come on. You're on the scared lane, but get back over in the right lane. Sacred. You're going to have sunny skies. You're going to have joy in your heart. You're going to have empathy, sympathy. You're going to have all those things that are principled. Remember this. We cannot break principles, but ooh, baby, 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 we can surely find ourselves broken against them. So keep it real and realize that you are worth it. And when you realize, you're using your realize. These are for outward things. Realize are for inward things. Why do you think they're called the windows to the soul? Take that with you. Toast, top of the morning. Who forgot to put the vodka in this? I'm kidding. Don't start nothing. I'm just saying. Did you hear what he said? No, right. And one more little thing. You guys keep me honest. I bought the Gorilla Glue. I have all the little pieces. I'll just pick up a couple of them. Look how little there. Here's one where I dropped my husband's treasure from an art show he went to 2 weekends ago. I was supposed to hold it up on the wall, and I dropped it. See that? Look, there's a thing. And he was heartbroken. So I secretly called the artist, and she's back in Chicago for another show from Michigan next week. And I'm going to go and pick up a replacement. It won't be that because they're all one of a kind. Pray for me, y'all. I am so clumsy in my youthful senior years. Today's guest, Dr. Beatriz Olson. She is the sister of Teresa, who will be here. Teresa Lawrence will be here with the book publisher. Shaquille, I know you can hear me. Can we get the book thing in there? I'll show you guys here a little bit later. How come this isn't? Wait a minute, you guys. Everything's rolling. I have a lot of stuff on this prop desk. Anyway, Teresa is going to be here with Linda Sunshine West. She's the publisher of the book, and they're both going to be here on Wednesday. Tomorrow, we have another co-author. I'll tell you more about that at the end of the show. That's called the Payoff and Promise Technique. Make people wait for it. Don't forget that one. But today, we have Dr. Beatriz Olson. She's a transformational thought leader in healthcare. She's dedicated to redefining, healing, and restoring humanity to medicine. Now, there used to be a thing back in the day called bedside manner. Not to be confused with church that a lot of y'all went to yesterday, bedside Baptist. You know, when you don't get out, you don't go, you just lay in the bed. I actually used that yesterday. Anyway, but just, bedside manner is real. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised they don't text diagnosis now. Yep, it's cancer. Good luck with that. If people don't start doing what Dr. Beatriz is going to talk about a little bit today, that could be the reality one day. So we need to support our healthcare officials, our healers. That's what they are. They're healers because we all know healthcare. A lot of people call it death care or whatever, but there are still people who care, and that's what matters. One is here today. Going on. Now, she says, as a physician, a mother, I know you had kids. What? She doesn't look old enough. That's how you get points, y'all. She's a speaker and a visual artist, and she brings evidence-based endocrinology. Ooh, I said a 5-syllable word. She brings that with her and takes it wherever she goes with mind, body, functional, and age management medicine. Now, that's something I can get behind. Age management. I'll tell you this. We all talk about growing old gracefully. Well, you got to stay alive if you're going to grow old gracefully. And Dr. Olson's going to talk about that and her wonderful chapter in this book, Wings of Purpose, that we're celebrating all month long right here on Bathrobe Moments. So put your hearts on the screen, phone a friend, get them in here, bless in the manner in which you want to be blessed by sharing the truth, the only thing that doesn't change. Get ready, everybody. Here she comes. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Now, oh, good. I can hear you. I started to panic there for a second. How are you today?
Well, it's a beautiful day, and I am grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be with you. And I have to say, I've been enjoying very much your introduction to the show.
Well, all right, where's my thank you. The little monologue thing. I tell you, people send in their bios, and you did too. But if I had a show that was a week long, all at one time, I could have went down to your bio because girl, have overachieved much? You're like my friend, Dr. Kent McCardo. Shout out to Dr. Kent. He's one of my besties. He's a doctor, he's a surgeon, and he's a trial lawyer.
Hmm.
Okay, now you wouldn't think those two sides of the brain would ever meet in the middle and go, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" Right? But I wouldn't. You have that same gift because I saw your art, and we're going to pull some of that up today and share some of your beautiful work. So why don't you? I give the guests about take whatever time you need. I'll know when you're wrapping it up. Just to have some time with the audience today. I see the numbers at 676. We're going to go for 800 today. Speaking it into existence. Take a moment and just what's on your heart today? What would you want to give away to the world if you could just go like Genie? Um, that was a show back in the dark ages, you young people. And I dream of her all the time. Thank you, Barbara Eden, for the wonderful memory. But just share what's on your heart, Dr. Olson, and then I'll come back in and we'll use that as a springboard into today's illuminated conversation. All yours. Take it away.
Well, what's in my heart today is number one, gratitude for just waking up. I had a very difficult last 2 weeks with my father being sick and being a health proxy for him. And you all know how much one can be in the middle of everything, being a human, being a daughter, being a doctor. It's complicated, but I am happy that I served, and I'm happy to serve here. But my heart is gladdened by the fact that he's better, and I am feeling calmer because it's very hard to be okay when your parents are not well, even if you understand the system. But everybody depends on us at some point. So I want to share that with you to start with. And just say that, you might call me an overachiever, but I'm just like everybody else. I was born with deep drive to do things and to make a difference. I was born to give light, to bring beauty, to bring education and inspiration, and to overcome a lot of hurdles and lead and model good behavior for others and good habits of life so that we could live longer and better. During COVID, I thought I was going to die because Hispanics were dying right and left, and I had my mother, my father, and my brother in the hospital. And I realized that I hadn't done enough, that I had to share what's in my mind. If I die, I would have missed out the opportunity. Instead of taking care one by one, 6,000 women, I wanted to give the information that I had. And we all have so much information to give. Dr. Loren, you're giving very interesting information talking about sacred, scared, the reality of that's exactly what I'm talking about. Being terribly scared and the sacredness and the honor of being present for others and serving others in that way. So that's the beginning of what I want to share in terms of what's cooking in my heart. And in addition, I was having troubles getting into this show because my emails weren't working. So I'm just so delighted that I could show up and be present for this.
Me too. Now I'm gonna tell you something about that. You guys listen up because this is real. REAL. Use your real eyes. Now, whenever you get up and you have these things happen, you might have on all white or a light color, and oops, excuse me, as you walk out the door, some of it splashes on you, gotta change. You're already late. Or you get up, you're ready to leave, and you see you thought your phone was charging all night, and it didn't, and you got 2%. You get stuck in traffic and you're already late, that sort of thing. Don't lose it. Use it. Okay? That's when I go, wait a minute. I know what's going on here. What's on my calendar today? 2 o'clock. I got that. What is so wonderful at 2 o'clock? That things are trying to derail me so early in the morning at 7 o'clock, at whatever o'clock. Come on, play the game. They are not that good, things that do not serve us. We are greater. Greater is He that is in me than anything out there, technology wise, in the world. So just remember what's going on and say something wonderful is right in front of me. If you fill it with wonder, it will be wonderful. So back to you, Dr. Beatriz Olson. Where do you live in the world, if I can ask? What's it
Of
like
course.
outside today?
I live in Connecticut for the past 30 years, so this has been my longest home. But I was born in Cuba, and I've traveled. We went to Spain and lived for a year before we could come as refugees to America. And then finally we got to America. I lived in New York and Pittsburgh and Washington, D.C., Maryland, and now I'm here. And I love my little living room. You see my art back there. So you're
Oh,
seeing
that's
me.
real?
Yeah, that's
I
one of
thought it was virtual. I had a joke. I was going to say, I thought it was virtual. I said, I know what to do. Because when people have virtual ones, I'll go like, who's that man in the window waving at us? And they'll turn around. Wow.
yeah, that's my space, and this is also where I have my treadmill. But that's my painting of my little girl when walking towards the ocean many
That's
years ago.
beautiful. And it's wow. She lives inside a magazine cover, y'all. Wow. So you're in Connecticut. That's where all the rich and smart people live.
Well, there's smart people everywhere. People may think that they're rich and smart, but I think they're smart and rich. And remember that to be rich, you don't have to have all the money. You have to be rich in your life, in your joy, in your appreciation for whatever is surrounding your life.
See, and you guys, we didn't practice this. I know what you're thinking. Are they reading from a script? No. It's not about something we found in a book. It's about the book we found inside. That's what it is. And you're right. And the reason I say smart about that area, I lived in Boston for a while. That's where all the Connecticut has a lot of great schools. I mean, from little 3-year-old, all waiting lists, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. People have kids on daycare and nursery school waiting lists that they haven't even conceived yet.
Well, that's really big in for sure in New York City. But yes, you're right that in terms of the high schools, there is quite a variety to choose from. And
Nice.
that's how it is. I'm very lucky. Everything is here.
You are. And you have a magnificent husband who is also a physician. I met him. Um, he is like the fashionista of the East Coast. So anyway, how's he doing?
Well, my husband is doing very well. He's a pilot.
It's Eric,
Also,
right? Is it
yes,
Eric?
Eric, he's an
Right.
orthopedic surgeon. He just retired and he's also a pilot. And he's a beautiful man. I met him in medical school. We've been together. We'll be married 43 years this summer, and I've met him 45 years ago when
Did
I
you get married
entered.
in daycare?
Huh?
Did you two get married in date while you were in daycare?
No, we got married in our third year of medical school, which was the only time that we could have 4 weeks off for many years to come.
Wow. So, and you see what they've done with it. Now, listen, you guys think he's a pilot, he's an orthopedic surgeon, she's this, and just like Dr. Kent. But you know what? These two are so busy. I think, when do you graduate with your rocket scientist degree? Any minute now, right? I'm kidding. But anyway, but see, this is what happens if you keep manifesting. You should have a life that feels like a slinky. You just keep the momentum going. Everything and anything truly is possible. It is. Use these examples. Don't go, say, wait a minute, what do I want next? Take it. So, Dr. Olson, what's the title of your book? And I'm title of your book because she has a lot of them. The title of your chapter in this book that we're featuring all month long, Wings of Purpose, with your wonderful sister, Teresa. And if you could, do you have a favorite excerpt from it that you would like to give as a little dangling teaser for the folks out there? If you need some time, we can cut to a commercial and we can come back and you can be ready to let us sit at your feet and listen. How do you want to do it?
Well, I'm very prepared to do anything. My chapter is called Intention, Desire, um, Will, and Wisdom, and Destiny, and Will and Destiny. And it has to do with the process of manifesting. It has to do with the initial starting of a possibility, and how there's an intention, but how you have to have desire to move forward. There has to be something that is born, that it raises and gives a push of life, a vibratory energy. And I believe in energy. We're all energy beings. We're energy in a form that we can see with our eyes, but we're really in an incredible space. So there has to be some insurgence inside, some rising, and all of us have it. All of us have this entelechy. We're born with this energetic push that comes from the DNA, comes from our parents, and this energy that keeps going over and over generations, that we must manifest to create life and to bring life and to do other things. And I do want to say a big central component of my chapter has to do with the process, even though the book is called Wings of Purpose, is that one does not try to do a purpose. One becomes the purpose.
Ooh.
We become the purpose in the process of our own evolution. And that changes over time, because all of us become constantly. We're constantly changing. And just, why I love my husband is that he himself is like we're two stars that are rotating around each other, but we're not interfering with each other's expansion. We keep rotating. And that's one of the important things, is how do we inspire others and not preventing from growing, from expressing, from transforming, from helping others, from expressing love and compassion and transformation. So this is what this is all about. My initial purpose when I came from Cuba was to survive and to belong. Later on,
here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a brief intermission, about a minute and a half, and then when we return, you heard her. And I've got to prove, I got to record it. So she said, I'm prepared to do anything. So when we come back, not only are we going to hear something from Dr. Beatriz Olson's chapter in the book, Wings of Purpose, but she's also going to do, I'll have the music queued up. She's going to do all of the choreography from Janet Jackson's hit album, Rhythm Nation. When we come back, don't go away. There's a lot of show right ahead. We'll be right back. All of our stories begin with either in the beginning or once upon a time. And for me, my story began pretty much, and this is how it was referred to for quite a while, a backdoor deal. I could be living in a different neighborhood, in a different school, with different kids in the same bedroom from day to day. And so it began to feel like I was moving through a maze. I was always the kind of kid who would talk to my imaginary friends. They would talk back. And I know now that it was a great thing, because it was carving out a place for me to dream. A lot of us will say, well, I want to lose 10 pounds. And then down the road, we've gained it. Why? Because want comes like a wish list, but need comes with a plan. When you feel that power, that is your story, and you see how many paths it can light, trust me, there's nothing in the world that will make you say it wasn't worth it. Welcome back to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Dr. Loren. We have the wonderful illumination goddess, Dr. Beatriz Olson in the house. And before we bring her back, I just want to say Digital Vision Studio, they are the magnificent team that I've been working with for a number of years now that do all of the things you see in all of the LMH brands. And so at the end of the show, we're going to let you know how to reach out to them if you need something done to enhance your message of purpose. Dr. Olson, come on back in here. Are you ready to do your you said you could do anything. Y'all got the we have the music from Janet Jackson's world tour lined up, and so how much time you need to get that?
I got it. I mean, whatever. I'm a dancer. I'm a ballerina. Did you not know?
Okay, doggone it, you guys! I need something she's not good at. What about magic? Can you do anything like that?
I am magical inside, but I cannot perform magic in tricks.
You guys see that? See, she's ready on a dime. You know why? Let me tell you why. When you live who you truly are, after you realize who you are completely, right? There's nothing that can stump you. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Beautiful example. You're easy to work with. You're natural. So, I'm gonna leave. Are you ready for your excerpt? You found a piece that people can just take and go, I want them to do this after they've heard it. I love the way that tastes. You know why? Because purpose-filled content never gives you 0 calories. So let's go. I'm going to leave you to the stage, and sit back and enjoy with the folks at home. You guys, this is Dr. Beatriz Olson, and she's giving you just a taste of her chapter in the book, Wings of Purpose. Take it away.
This has to do with the fact that even though I became a doctor because it was the right thing to do and something that I have loved doing, I always wanted to be an artist. But as an artist, I could not, I believed, I would say, that I would not be successful and that I would not honor my parents with the professional life that they thought I should have. My father was a doctor, so when we came to America to honor their sacrifice, I became a doctor, which I have loved, but my dream was to be an artist. So here I go. Although I could not initially pursue art as a career, I never abandoned it. I continued to create. Over time, the quiet devotion grew into something larger. Community, exhibitions, and ultimately a solo show. Unmuted, the return of color, where color, spirit, and the feminine rise. This was the fulfillment of a dream held for more than 50 years. And what surprised me the most was the emotional impact of that show. The connection it created and the conversations it inspired felt even more meaningful than professional recognition, because it was fully aligned with who I am. As a scientist, I often describe the journey of purpose using the metaphor of electron orbitals. In physics, electrons exist in different energy stages and orbitals around the nucleus. When energy is added, they move to a higher orbital. When energy is lost, they move to the lower one. So our lives reflect this dynamic. When we grow through awareness, courage, and aligned action, we move to higher energetic orbitals. And these states, our influence expands, our presence carries greater impact, our ability to create meaningful change increases.
You see, I'm sitting there going, wow, okay. So, hey, Shaquille, can you do me never mind. I got it. Oh, it's right here. All right, let's do this. I see it. Oh, my team is awesome. I want to go next to, because you opened it with the art. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? The scientific portion of you and your evolving and your expansion, or I'm getting at when you were a kid, a kid, were you both? what was your progression of discovery of these natural talents? Because when I looked at your art, I knew you didn't go and sit in somebody's art class. You had it. You came with it, and it came with you. It's clear. Talk about that if you could. How to reach for those things that are naturally gifts, natural gifts that you can do naturally, because people are always trying to find their purpose.
So when I came to America, I was a kid. I was having to take care of my younger siblings because my parents were working. And also, we had escaped communism. So I was
Ooh,
stressed out little kid. I couldn't, I didn't have the option to play.
yeah.
Someone gave me, this is the gift, give someone something they can play with. I was given a set of small oil paints and canvases. Oh, look at this. You went to my website. How
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, so I found peace for the first time in my life when I was 11 or 12 years old, putting color on canvas. And that calmed my soul. And I thought, this is the way for me to feel in essence, to find the truth of who I am. And I went from being this loving the art and using it everywhere I went to sort of soothe my soul. And it's
Mm,
evolved. I started with art first to make me feel better. I use art to deal with incredible emotions that sometimes can't even be said.
wow.
Art serves to bring out and give words to what we do not even know we're feeling. So these are some of the collages. For example, the middle one is me. That's my self portrait, and
No, is that her? I recognize that arm. I'm kidding.
it's actually a stethoscope, and
Oh,
it is something that is sensing the universe. So I am informed by my profession, but I am surrounded by the artist that I am. And like in anything, you're a doctor. You do your thing very well. You have a gift. I have the art that has developed with time of being a doctor, but I also have the art of honoring myself and my expression to put it out and takes nerve. Not everybody's going to like your stuff, but
now, did you, are you, like, how did you know you could do this?
well, I if I didn't try, I wouldn't know. So
Okay.
you have to just, even if it's, if sometimes things can happen or not happen, and we'll be in the same situation.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
that, isn't it nice to have tried, whether or not it failed, and learned something from it, as opposed to not have tried at all and then look at other people succeeding or other people painting, and just maintaining this negative space within the soul.
Now, the first time you created a piece of art, and most of us, the first time out, we would use the word create loosely, because we don't think that much of ourselves at first, and a lot of people are afraid or ashamed or whatever, scared, not sacred, to show someone because of judgment. See, that's why I don't believe in constructive criticism. I believe in constructive insight. That change out of that word alone can make all the difference. So when you first created your first piece, if you can remember, and I bet you do, because we always remember our first, did you run it past people and get their opinion? Or did you say, you know what? It doesn't matter what others think. It's how this makes me feel. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the first thing I did, I painted a horse, and it had beautiful eyelashes.
What's his name,
And
Mr.?
what? It was not Mr. Ed, but in Cuba, I had ridden horses, and I loved horse faces. So I put a horse face with my eyes and my eyelashes, and I became the horse. And the horse was sort of and see, that's a set of eyes right there.
I know.
Those
I'm just going to click through
just
them because I
yeah.
know it's just to take a look. You can continue with
So
your, but if you
so
want me
I
to stop, let me know.
No, I just really feel that I did it for me. It was life saving. art for me has been life-saving. Um, and it's helped me to slow down and to be present. When you're
Mhm.
present with any activity fully and you're in the flow, time flies. It's
Mm.
like a magical space, and it's so amazing to be able to do that, whether or not it looks good or not. Like there, you see, there, I just sold the middle piece, the meditator, but the one on the right is a vagina.
I
Um,
oh,
and,
I was like,
and
should I even say anything? But
yeah,
okay,
there's
let's go.
five women in here. And what is beautiful is once I put it to critique, I was told, you can't show that. How will people feel? What will they say? And an entire life I have been told, you can't be that. What will
Mm,
they say? And so I decided that she was going to be shown. And
that's
she's
great.
and there's five women here, and they're all beautiful. There's the torso, there's the great mother, then there's the inner mother that's holding the vase on her head. There are the breasts on either side, and of course she's wearing a necklace.
Of course. I mean, and it's not costume jewelry either, I might add.
No, it's
So,
not.
so there it is. That's exactly what I was asking, or inferring, hoping you would bring out about fearlessness, about the aspect of living your life unapologetically. And it's so difficult. And women seem to be leading the quest, if you will, to make that the norm. That's why there's so many. There's so many. A lot of influencers come on the show, and they, women, and I serve women because women will listen. Women will listen. Men are always talking about, and they can't tell them nothing. They think they know everything, and so I am very encouraged by that. I am encouraged, but I want to ask you this, if you could. I love this because you have an entire section called "The Woman's Journey." Now, let me ask. I know what that is. That's a fallopian tube. No,
No, that is actually
uterus.
spirit. The
Okay.
feminine
All right.
the feminine is rotating in space. It's a very difficult piece to make. Imagine creating with one color movement and have the color be the expression of life. It's complicated, but it just so delights me. And it took a lot of courage to put that little blue square.
I
Where
was
did
just going to
it
ask,
come?
what is that?
It's a pathway, it's an entry. Uh,
Okay. That's right.
so these are very interesting, and the mind has, and that's the beauty of this. I'm teaching art to doctors because it makes us happy, and doctors don't play, so it's nice to play and have time. But isn't it so nice that the mind can use color to create in three-dimensional spaces or four-dimensional spaces? It's amazing. And we can all do it. It takes practice, though. You have to practice.
We talked about this the other day, actually, on the show, how important it is for us as adults. Because, our childhood is the briefest of the neighborhoods we get to pass through in this journey called life. It is the age of innocence. But when was the last time you had a dinner party and after dessert, okay, what's next? Come on, everybody, we're going outside to play. Remember when you get, Mom, can I go out and play? Can I go out and play? Can I go out and play? I did not want to come in. I get mad. I was like, when you come in, you itch because you've been rolling around in the grass. You have grass stains all over your clothes. The mosquitoes or whatever have bitten you up, but you couldn't be happier because there's a little thing in childhood called bliss. Let's
Mhm.
talk about the connection, if you could, in your opinion, Doc, about bliss and play. I
Hmm.
think it's a magical, it's a balm in Gilead. It is a poultice. It is a healing attribute of this life. Play. Count it all joy. Laughter is the best medicine. How many clues do we need? What do you think?
Well, I think bliss is a wonderful word. And it actually feels delicious to say in the
Yeah,
mouth, doesn't it? Bliss.
bliss.
Um,
It's like the champagne bubbles.
yes,
You
yes.
know, I mean, who wants flat champagne?
Absolutely. I love bubbles. I'm a
That's right.
champagne girl. But the thing is that what bliss is about is almost like elevating, it's an elevated state of energy where nothing matters. Nothing matters around because it is so delicious to be there.
Delicious.
It's so wonderful to be out there. It is like being a bubble in a champagne glass that you're just sort of rising along in such a beautiful way, and you can pass through anything, any surface. You're kind of flowing. So that's
Now,
bliss, and play can do that.
and you guys don't fall asleep on this. And I laid another golden scepter out there for you to pick up when she said you move through. Now, this is important. Why? Because every home, well, you have a way in and a way out the back. You know what I mean? Where does most of the really fun stuff happen? You don't see swimming pools in the front yard, jungle gyms in the front yard. You make it out to the people out they're barbecuing in the front yard, some places, but mostly it's in the backyard. So you need a way in and way out. Now I'm going to say this to you here. Just think about it. Just think about it. Everything we do, so many times we fall prey to what I refer to as wall talk from others. Get over it, or in here, that's another. I don't know how I'm gonna get around this. Oh, how you gonna dig from underneath that? No, that's wall talk. I believe that creation has provided us, you heard it before, two paths. First, look through the window of opportunity, because only fools rush in. Look in there. You're going to see everything your heart desires, and you're going to see a question mark. Question mark is that God is in there waiting for you, so you're not an egomaniac. You need somebody. You need to get that question answered. Step 3 steps to the left or right. Come on in through the door of opportunity. That's what you're talking about, because you didn't say get around it. You didn't say get under it. You didn't say get over it. You said it moves you through, because to get to something, you must go through it. You have to go in it. So talk about that. Why is it so hard for people to quit dangling the proverbial feet, toes, knees over the side of the pool of purpose? And how you show people how to just dive right in. Or it's okay to ease in off the side of the pool. Just get in. Talk about that if you would.
Yes, I'm trained, and you say you have a lot of women in your show because they listen. But I'm trained as a woman centered facilitator, leader, and coach. And one of the interesting things that we all have, I think women more so to some extent, is this sense of not enoughness, this sense that our own experience is our own, that we're isolated. And lastly, we carry a lot of shame because we pick up the way that life ought to be from other people's ideas. We get mindsets from other people that limit us. So the key thing is, how can we look at the circumstances that we're in and challenge them? If you can't do it this way, why not? Who gave you that idea? Can
Mm,
you think differently? Can you be curious about it? Curiosity is huge, huge. And why? Why do we have these ideas? They were given to us. We have acquired them. They came in like breathing people's others' ideas. So we must challenge and question, can I really not do that? We're capable of doing anything in the world we want. The thing is having the possibility of asking, why do I think I can't do it? What are the confusing thoughts that I'm having? And what are different directions to reframe this idea so that I am freed from this? Of
absolutely.
course, it's always scary to do something we haven't done before, but it's only when you have the courage to do something that you haven't done before that you grow.
That's right.
And we can't be afraid of making mistakes because mistakes, we should not have shame over mistakes. We should
Well,
not be embarrassed. We should feel that this is an opportunity for growth and transformation. So if you begin to reframe the things that we have and have a lot more self compassion, no one is perfect. We're all perfectly imperfect.
that's right. Now, I love this. You make it so easy. You ought to come here every day. Hey, you could be my Ed McMahon
Mm,
because that makes me Johnny Carson.
of course.
People, do your homework. You say those names. You know, I had a young girl last year at Christmas time. I said, "What's your favorite Whitney Houston Christmas song?" Who? I was finished. I had to leave. Anyway, after I ate, of course. You said something very important there, and there are no mistakes. Exactly right. You heard Dr. Loren say it all the time. I heard him when the upload said to me, there are no mistakes, Dr. Loren. It's just what we have to do to keep your shit interesting. Now, earlier you said we are becoming, and that's why we are human beings. When you are not in the process of something that is on the move, you're a human done. That's the only time it is not possible. When you're finished with your journey here, as long as you are a human being, you are in the process of becoming. Might as well accept it now because that's not going to change until that fat lady sings, or skinny lady, or whatever that is, or man, whatever. You'll know because you won't be here. You'll be on the other side doing whatever you're supposed to be doing next. Now, another thing, Doc, that you said we're capable of doing anything in the world. But here's the thing when we say all things are possible, that also includes things that aren't in this world yet. How do you think this phone got here? How do you think Lucy did all the things. I'm sorry, Lucy, that she did. Did you know that Lucy Ball created the three camera technique of filming with the little red light coming on? Before that, there was one camera, like on the Jackie Gleason show, The Honeymooners, where they came on the stage and went off. You never saw the bedroom. You never saw where Trixie and everybody went upstairs. Morton. You never saw names. I mean, y'all ain't heard those names in a minute, right? I'll keep them alive. You didn't see that. You just stared at a stage. That's just like television. The Waltons were always staring at the radio because their imagination and everything in this world got here from the same screen. Poof. The minute you say, you know, picture this to someone. Imagine this. Trust me, the universe will go and pick up a remote and go click, click, and something will show on your screen. But it means nothing if you don't show what's on that screen to someone in this world. We don't text things into reality, into existence. We don't dance them, we don't sing them, we don't think them. We don't even pray them into existence. They only get here one way. And what is that, Dr. Beatriz? What's the only way to bring something into existence? You must speak it
I
into existence.
think I think there's two components. Number one is that you have to be open-minded. You have to have beginner's mind or a child's mind
Fearlessness.
to to be able to see what is possible, and also
See?
recognize
But you
that
just said it.
ah,
You just said it. You must be able to see what is possible. That's the screen. It's the aha moment. It's an epiphany. It's like, that's it. How many, but see, so many people question that and just dismiss it. And a lot of people, oh, that's already here. I'm sure somebody's already done it. How do you know so far? You know, Maya Angelou, love me some Maya Angelou. And in her little snippet from Oprah's Soul Sunday, she says, just do right. You know, so many people take their own lives and depression and all these things. She goes, how do you say your life isn't worth it and you're not needed here? How do you know so far? Just get up every day and take up the battle. Just do right. And when we do right, what happens, Dr. Olson? What happens when we do what's right for us?
we bring life to ourselves. We bring life to others. We're expansive. We're luminous and beings, and we light other people's hearts.
That's right. That's right. Wow. You don't have a podcast, do you?
No, I haven't had the chance to do that at
You
some
need
point.
one. You need one. LinkedIn needs more podcast. I'm just saying, I'm nothing against you, LinkedIn, but you know, it's always business over there. But they need more of what you talk about here over there. You see what I'm saying? You know why I feel that's so important? Because in my coaching program, I have a lot of high achievers. I have a lot of high achievers. But what happens is as after we cross that 50-yard line, you know, with colonoscopy time, which I have scheduled this morning to get it done again. We get closer to the door on the right where we will exit. No one avoids that. A lot of people, they have spent their entire journeys collecting things. things that you can touch. But then they realize, oh, wait a minute, I've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. Wait a minute, I've never seen luggage beside a casket or an urn. Means those things won't travel with you. But what about the things that you create that allow people to feel something? I believe that is the ticket that the conductor at that door is going to ask us for. So, what are you creating? And how important is it to you, Dr. Olson, that you continue creating things that not only assist people in the art of feeling, the sacredness of feeling something, but it also eases some form of suffering immediately somewhere in the world? Go.
Authenticity. I think being present for the experience matters. Not,
Mm,
not making assumptions. We all make so many assumptions, and when people assume, you lose the capacity to see clarity.
right.
So being open, I think that I was born to constantly express and to give. And there's so much expression around. You can't be jealous of anybody else. You have to recognize it's like abundance. It
Yes.
keeps coming. Everybody can have it, right? So that you can't be jealous of somebody else. You just have to believe in your own abundance and it comes to you. You
There you
see? So that's how it is. We create, we believe, we give, we inspire, and others evolve from that. They inspire and they move on. You teach 10 people, they'll teach each 10 others. And it's a massive expansion of waves of energy that we
go.
give life. And many of us can do it. Some of us can just be sayers, but I would stay away from sayers. I would surround myself with people that see light.
That's right. That is right. Now, this hat that I'm wearing, you know who gave me this, right? Your
Teresa.
sister. When I use this to walk in the Jackson Hole 4th of July parade, because who's born on the 4th of July, y'all? I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. That's right. And so I will be seeing you and many more of the authors in Jackson Hole coming up. I will be arriving the 25th, and Brian, my husband, and I will stay through the 29th. I'm so anxious to see you there. And let's talk about that real quick as we wrap this wonderful, illuminated conversation up. Um, what do you feel about the Trueness Project and the butterfly movement? What did you feel the very first time you heard your wonderful sister, M. Teresa, uh, share this with you? Did you ever think it would become what it is already?
Of course.
I know, me too. It was
It's like you envision, you create, you make the effort. She's worked hard
yes,
for
she had.
it, but I do think that the purpose of bringing to others the capacity to express themselves, to be seen in the world, to be connected to others that have more means, and to move the world forwards from those that have less, to allowing them to know that they can have more and they can give others the same way. It's a beautiful action, and I love it's this is going to be our third year
I know.
doing this, so it's very exciting. I love Jackson. I look forward to our time in Jackson again this year, and so I like the butterfly idea of transformation,
That's
and
right.
the fact that this is about transforming humanity to peace, to authenticity, to the right leadership, and to guided, enlightened leadership. And
That's
that's what this is about. And bringing others to it and allowing them to shine in the same way and helping others. So I think this is very exciting. It's a relatively new thing, but very powerful. And I think with time, it's going to be not just a butterfly, it's going to be a moth of largeness and evolution. So I'm very excited at all levels. And
I
of
am
course,
too.
our mother died. So it's just, she and I as sisters, and I fully support her. She's my youngest sister, my only sister.
Oh wow. Okay. Listen, you guys. On the bottom of the screen is the link, and we're going to take the liberty of dropping that not only in the show notes on all of our platforms, but also inside the comment section here for easy access. Get over and get your copy on Amazon of Wings of Purpose, Vision, Intention, Success. There's ebook, there it is. And there are just a plethora. Every time I read one of the chapters, I am just so encouraged. I am expanded and I am impressed. So if you need something in your life that's within reach, get the book, keep it by your bedside, but mainly keep it in your heart. Now, I want to say anything else coming up for you down the road of 2026 other than Jackson Hole that you would like people to know about? And is this the place to go find out where all things Beatriz Olson are? What's in the hopper? What's cooking, as you put earlier? Is this the place?
Well, that is my medical site.
Oh,
There you will find all of my books, or if you go to Amazon, you will find all of the books that I have published. If
okay.
it's okay with you, Dr. Loren, I'd like to show everyone, this is my book. It's called Mind Body Secrets, and it's a medical doctor's spiritual guide, a spiritual and scientific guide to wellness. It was a #1 bestseller in the wellness category, and it's been transforming many people's lives. So I'm very proud of this, and I just wanted to share it with you. Thank you for letting me share it.
Of course, that's why we're here. And I wanted to ask you, that's a real book. It's got a hardcover on it.
Mm-hmm. And it was doubly edited by a science or person and a regular person, but it's written to a high school level, so healing can happen for everyone at the mind space, the body space, and the spiritual space.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. You guys, Instagram is along the bottom, and there is also we have her LinkedIn. There it is. We have all of these. Again, they will be in the show notes for easy access, but in Beatriz.com, or you can just reach out to me. I got her home phone number. I'm kidding. I don't give out phone numbers. But listen, we want people to know that you are approachable. You know, you don't have to be able to spell deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. That was how I got into the cloverleaf spelling bee, 26 letters in 4th grade with that word, and I still remember it today. But what I'm saying is sometimes things are accessible because they keep it plain. All right? They make it easy because it is. So go in, take a look. You won't be sorry. And that's a promise from Dr. Loren to you. Dr. Beatriz Olson, I honor you. I celebrate you. And I am just in love with the work you do, the art, everything. Thank you so much for joining us today and for pouring into us in a big, big way. Any final words before we get out of here today?
Just do it, everybody. Just go out there and do something that you haven't done before. Just do it. And thanks, Dr. Loren, for having me and for allowing visibility of my work and for me to reach others in the way that I would like to.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys, tomorrow, this is who we have coming. Well, Lee, Mr. Lovely will be here, and you will be here too, and I will, God willing, get out there today. Have the best day ever. And guess what? Don't say you're good. There's no place to go. What, are you going to be gooder? No, that's not a word. Be great. Become greater. And one day, they're going to welcome you to the afterlife. Here comes one of our greatest. Have the best day ever. Thank you, doctor. We'll see you soon tomorrow morning. Bye-bye, all.
Bye.